Hello everyone, and yes, that's here I am indeed, of course, the one, the only, none other than UK's finest. And oh, yes, your boy from across the pond, UK's finest, Ricky J, bringing you the hottest intake, straight up banter and bold predictions. Welcome to where the bell never stops ringing. Welcome to the People's Wrestling Podcast. So, a few things before I start out here. Let me put up with that. I'm a little bit under the weather, so bear with. Some bit of a sore throat, headache, stuffed snotty nose. I'm still on the hunt for a co-host for this. If you want that to be you, let me know. And I'm redoing this because there's just a few mistakes that I made that I wasn't happy with, and I do want to strive for perfection for you guys. So let's get on with this. Hopefully, there are no technical issues, but let's crack on right away with segment number one, which indeed is what's cooking at the table. So what have I been up to, guys? You only know what you've been up to, but I've been doing the usual thing of heading to the gym, keeping fit, going to my walking group, games club, craft class. What I made this week at crafts was, I'm going to show a few things here. The rest you're going to have to tune into tomorrow to my Wrestlemania watch along to find out what else I made. I will show the rest then, but I will show a few things now. So I made one of these for Wrestlemania, and half, made it a little bit glitzy. I'm going to show one of these and then two of the other things. I made one of these for a WrestleMania, for my WrestleMania party. And I'll just to show a couple of these. So the rest you're going to have to find out tomorrow. This is going to be a fairly short, truncated speeding through episode because we've already kind of done this. But anyway, so I'm going to show two of these. So first of all, gummy bear hugs. So that's just one of them. And we'll go with the Goldberg burger. So that's what I've been up to this week. That's what I made this week. You guys let me know what you've been up to, what you've got coming up. And I've got more of the same coming up. So let's waste no more time and roll right into segment number two here, which is all about Hollywood, the glitz, the glamour, the actors, actresses. They're all talking, they're all chatting about one thing, and that is movie talk. So, what movies have I been watching this week? Well, since the last time I was on, well, I have watched the new Super Mario's movie, so Super Mario's Galaxy movie. This was okay, decent movie. I'm going to say B. I'm going to say a B minus. The next one I watched was Thrash. Another decent movie, short movie. I'm going to say a B. The next one I've watched is this one. This one was good. Mercy. Very, very interesting. Highly recommend it. And this also is awarded a B. And fourth and finally, that's right, 4 movies this time. Balls Up. Very funny film. Also, I'm giving it a B. So those are the movies I've been watching this week. We just go ahead and delete these to make room. Give me 1 second to do that. Guys, you let me know what movies have you been watching and what movies have you got coming up. Still trying to delete this. Oh, fucking hell. Oh. There we are. When you're in a rush and you want to do something. Well, there we are. Those are deleted just to make a bit of room here. Now, my end, very, very quickly, I'm going to have to do this. The screen has shrank, unfortunately. So we'll be back in. Give me a second to do that. Give me one more second. And there we are. That should be sorted. So yeah, let me know, guys, what moves have you been watching? But it is a bit of a celebration time because it is. There is no news and headlines. There is no This Week in Wrestling History. But there is this. So put up the banners, get out the cake, because it is time for. That is right, wrestlers' birthday. So 4 birthdays today. What or would have been, well, starting with the WWE Hall of Famer Hot Rod Rowdy Roddy Piper, former WWF superstar Nails, current AW wrestler Bandido, and Dasher Fuentes. Big happy birthday to all of you 4. Hope you get all the gifts you are looking for. As I've said, this is quite a truncated episode, kind of speeding along here, trying to make this fast, trying to make this quick, trying to get out what I need to get out, but also not take too much of your guys' time. So it is a bit of a promotion time. So let's go ahead and play this, shall we? I think we shall. That is right, Protein Tees Gummers 1. Then again, Protein Tees Gummers 1 in the description. Check it out. Buy a shirt. Summer is coming. It will finally be here. And you know you want to look good. But let's take a look at today's wrestling as we step between those ropes, get into the square circle, and have a bit of a chatter about the scene of WWE, AEW, and TNA currently with... That is right, Wrestling Roundup. As I say, let's try and speed through this as much as I can. So, starting with last week's Friday Night SmackDown, this was one of the mistakes I made the first time round. Didn't even cover SmackDown. So, Rhea Ripley came out, Io Sky did, Nick Aldis did. This led to a match later on. Alexa Bliss with winning ways against Bayley. Royce Keys made his SmackDown debut and put away Berto. Pat McAfee came out, Cody Rhodes did, Ronnie Hudson did, Pat and Randy beat up Cody. So let's go through all of this. Like I said, the Rhea, Io, and Nick stuff was just leading to the main event. Alexa Bliss beating Bayley. Building momentum for her heading into Mania. Royce Keys, cool to see him making it official. Cool to see him on SmackDown. They really should have gone 50-50 with Berto. The Pat McAfee, Orton, Cody stuff just hypes up that. Jacob Fatu got his hammers high against Tama Tonga, and then Drew McIntyre attacked Jacob. Sami Zayn came out to cut a promo. Trick Williams put away Matt Cardona. Danhausen victorious against Kit Wilson, and Jade Cargill knocked off Io Sky, and Rhea Ripley came out. So, Jacob winning builds momentum for him. Drew McIntyre attacking builds up that. Sami Zayn promo, okay. Trick Williams beating Matt Cardona, knocking off Matt Cardona, builds momentum for him. Cool to see Danhausen in action. And Jade Cargill, Io Sky, this was a decent match, and Rhea Ripley coming out as they built up that. I give SmackDown a rating of half thumbs up. Let's get into TNA Rebellion that saw on the countdown BDE Teddy L against Ryan Nemeth. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I only watch the TNA pay-per-views, try and keep up with Impact here and there when I can. There is just too much wrestling to keep up with. So I don't know if there's a much needed win for Ryan Nemeth, but cool. We then kicked off the main card with Leon Slater and Cedric Alexander vying the X Division Championship. Your winner here, Leon Slater. Frankie Kazarian took up the winner's share of the person against Elijah. Special Agent Zero surprises all against Moose. And TNA legends Mickie James, ODB, and Taryn Terrell came up short against the Elegance brand in a hardcore country warfare. So, Leon Slater retaining. Cool, no shock here, but it was a good match. Frankie Kazarian getting the better of Elijah, no shocker there either. That's what I went for in my predictions. Special Agent Zero dispatching Moose, that was a shocker. And the Elegance brand sending it, the legend TNA legend for the early shower. Again, I did go for the Elegance brand, but cool to see the TNA legends. Nick Nemeth got his hand raised high against AJ Francis. Ariana Grace is still, I'll say it again, still your reigning, defending TNA Knockouts champion. Mustafa Ali is your new international champion, and we have new world tag team champions in the system. Somewhere here we also had Eric Young call it EC3. So I do think AJ Francis has improved, but Nick Nemeth beating him didn't surprise me. Ariana Grace retaining. I called it, but the biggest shock here was Zaya Brookside turning heel, so that is certainly something to watch. Mustafa Ali taking the international championship. I do think they're going to keep it on Trey Miguel. So I was actually amazed, I suppose, is a word by this. I'm trying to use different words here, guys. The system claiming the World Tag Team titles, kind of the same reaction. EC3, great to see him back in TNA. And Mike Santana keeping hold of the TNA Championship. Really no shocker there. Good match. Getting into AEW Dynasty on the on these 0 hour saw excuse me. Alex Windsor get the 1, get the 2, get the 3 on Miriam Shafir. Camille returned and squashed her opponent. Jack Perry walked out the way he came in, and so did the dominant Divine Dominion. So Miriam Shafir just can't get a win. Cool that Alex Windsor beat her. Camille, like I said, it was a squash match against Big Ann. Jack Perry retaining versus Mark Davis, no shocker. Hyan and Maya World coming up short against Megan Ben led across, no shocker there. We kicked off the main card that saw the Young Bucks standing tall against the Don Callis family. Ricochet got the upper hand against Jericho. Darby Allin is your #1 contender, and FTR put away Cope and Christian. So, Young Bucks winning, I think, are putting a much needed win here, I feel, personally. Ricochet, the Jericho should be putting over younger talents. That's what it should be all about. Darby Allin retaining, well, we know what happened. We'll discuss that in a second, but no shocker there, really. And FDR retaining, or win the titles later down the line. I suppose that is the question here. Kevin Knight claiming TNT Gold. Thekla Holt keeping the women's AEW Women's Championship around her waist. Jon Moxley keeping the Continental Championship on his shoulder. And the Trios tag team titles have new owners. So Kevin Knight is your new TNT champion. Cool. He does seem to be getting a push. Thekla retaining. I can't say I was shocked. Jon Moxley retaining. Kind of the same thing I'm going to say. And the conglomeration. So your new Trios tag team champions. The Trios tag team titles do seem to be played hot potato with. And MJF did walk in and then walk out, still your AEW champion. This was no shocker. It was a good match. Ratings, I'm going to go very quickly. Rating for Rebellion, a thumbs up, and a rating for Dynasty, a thumbs up. Of course, we know what happened on Dynamite, and this is another mistake that I made earlier. That's got my thoughts and my review and all that jumbled up. So on Dynamite, of course, Darby Allin is your new reigning, defending AEW World Champion. Surprising. This was a squash match. It was like a 1-minute match. Now, I don't know what this does for ratings, but I guess we'll wait and see. Let's get right into Monday Night Raw. My throat is going, and I've already done this, but let's get through it quickly. So, Adam Pearce and Triple H in the ring. Paul Heyman, Brock Lesnar come out. Brock signs a contract. Lara Valkyria starts off the night on winning ways against Charlotte. Stephanie Vakir came out, but only to be attacked by Liv Morgan. LA Knight and the Usos proved to be the better men against MFTs. Seth Rollins, Gunther came out. Seth Rollins attacked. Both men cut a promo. Brawl. Kairi Sane stood tall against Io Sky. And Pearce and Triple H back in the ring. Obafemi came out, signed the contract. Paul Heyman came out. So I'm going to run through all of that as quick as I can. So, cool way to kick off Raw. I do like the keeping Ober and Brock separate. You know, that is something different. Lara Valkyria defeating Charlotte. Builds momentum for her heading into Mania. Stephanie Vakir coming out. Liv Morgan attacking. Builds up that. LA Knight and the Usos. This was just another momentum builder. Seth Rollins and Gunther builds up that. Kairi Sane, good win for her, but I don't really know what he's leaning to. And Adam Pearce and then Obafemi and Paul Heyman stuff continues to build that also. Dragon Lee and Javon Evans were your winners against Rusev and Jenny McDonough. And then to end Raw, Roman Reigns came out, CM Punk did. So Dragon Lee and Javon Evans winning. Builds momentum for those two heading into Mania, and the Roman Reigns CM Punk stuff, I guess, builds it. Even though I think this felt flat, therefore I'm going to give it an almost thumbs down. Right onto NXT that saw Kalani Jordan start off the night on a high with the Joe Henry contract interrupted by Keanu Carver. Kelly Armstrong had a triumphant debut. Tony D'Angelo is the man holding the NXT Championship. So, Kalani Jordan defeating Jada Parker. I did think Jada Parker would get the W here. Keanu Carver interrupting the concert does show Keanu Carver to be like a monster that can't be contained. Kelly Armstrong on triumphant ways on her debut. No shocker, but Skylar Ray has won nothing since winning LFG. Tony D'Angelo retaining, no shocker there. I guess it does this mean that Ethan Page is on his way up to the main roster. Miles Boyne came out on the stick. Dark State followed. In a speed match, EK Prosper put a win in that tick column against Dorian Van Duke. And also still champion on the NXT, on the women's side of things, Lola Vice saying goodbye to JC Jane. So, the Miles Bourne Dark State stuff, cool. EK Prosper does seem to be getting a push. And he beat Dorian Van Duke. And Lola Vice retaining, no shocker there. Like I said, it's JC Jane on her way up to the main roster. I give it a half thumbs up. Very quickly on to Evolve that saw Aaron Rourke come out on the stick, followed by Holm Lewis, followed by Braxton Cole. In tag team action, Silver Riviera and Jacori Ball took the Dubsky away from Lindsay Dorado and Max Abrams. Dory Van Duke got a win against Kai Kavori, and your new Women's Evolved champion, Wendy Cho. So, Aaron Rourke, Holland Lewis, Braxton Cole, cool. This is what Evolve is all about. New faces, the Jacori Ball and Silver Rivera with the W. Dorian Van Duke, I do like his look, and he looks like he's getting quite an early push. And Wendy Cho winning. I've said it before, I'll say it again. If it wasn't for Evolve, I think Wendy Cho would have been released quite a while ago. But I give Evolve a thumbs up. Let's do some predictions to do on the other side of this. I'm going to go ahead and play this and get into those predictions. And this is another mistake I made, that I got my predictions kind of all muddled up. So that's another reason I'm redoing this. But let me go ahead and play this right here. That is right, though. Share, like, subscribe, but it is now time for predictions, and not just everyday predictions, but it is Wrestlemania. So, let's go. Let's start with we'll start with night one. Why not? So, or I'll just take it in it. We'll start with the Demon Finn Balor going toe-to-toe with Dominic Mysterio. I think the Demon Finn Balor does stand strong here. It will be in an unsanctioned match. Drew McIntyre is pitted against Jacob Fatu, and I think Jacob Fatu will put away Drew McIntyre. In 6-man tag team action, it is LA Knight and the Usos versus Actual Speed and the Vision. And I think emerging victorious LA Knight and the Usos. We will also see Seth freaking Rollins do battle with Gunther, and I think Gunther walks away winner chicken dinner. We'll also see Brock Lesnar, Obafemi clash, and my pick, my prediction, my mind says Obafemi. We'll see clash. We'll see vying for the US Championship. Challenger Trick Williams, champion Sami Zayn, and I think Trick Williams will walk away with gold. For the WWE Tag Team titles, you've got the Bella Twins, you've got Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, you've got Bayley and Lyra Valkyrie, you've got Nia Jax and Lash Legend, and I think I was going to pick the Bella Twins, but apparently Nikki Bella is injured. Bella Twins could still get it done here, but I think Nia Jax and Lash Legend will walk out still your champions. We're also going to have, keeping with the women's side of things, why not, the reigning defending champion AJ Lee stands across the ring against the challenger Becky Lynch, and I think for the Women's Intercolor Championship, and I think that stays with the holder of it. For the Men's Intercolor Championship, it's a ladder match. Penta, Jamie McDonough, Rusev, Dragon Lee, Javon Evans, and Rey Mysterio. And I think the title stays on Penta. Excuse me. We also have the Women's World Heavyweight Championship. Royal Rumble winner Liv Morgan. The current champion, Stephanie Fakir, and I think it goes the way of Stephanie Fakir. For the WWE Women's Championship, winner of the Elimination Chamber, Rhea Ripley, takes on Jade Cargill, and I think Jade Cargill also be the retainer here. For the WWE Undisputed Championship, Randy Orton has sights on number 15 and as he battles Cody Rhodes, and I think even though he's injured, I'm going to go the way of Randy Orton. And then the big one, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Men's World Championship hanging in the balance. And I think we have a new champion here, and his name will be Roman Reigns. So there we go. There are my predictions. Get yours in. Let me hear from you. My throat is going here. We'll need plenty of water before my SmackDown watch along tonight and my SmackDown preview, of course. But we do have one final segment to do here, and that is so wrestling days out. So where have I been, my outs and abouts of what shows I go to? And I did go to a show last Saturday, and it was W3L Showdown. It was a good show. So go and watch my vlog about it, but you're kind of getting a live review, I guess. So the local town to me called Tonmerdon. Train fine getting there, was delayed coming back. Did pick up a few snacks, got a front row seat. What I didn't know when I bought the ticket was you got kind of a backstage pass. You got to see a little bit of production, but also a picture with two wrestlers holding two titles. My very first time to this company. And if you weren't watching my Rebellion watch along, where I revealed one of these posters, where were you when we revealed both? Now, here, things I picked up. I did pick up a poster, a signed poster. So it's signed right there. So I did pick up a signed poster. I also picked up these. So 5 posters There were 10 posters, a pack of 10 posters for just £5. And also did get a picture that got signed later on, a Polaroid picture, because cool, you know, something different. So yeah, did get that. Good enough show. So my first time to it, and I give it a big thumbs up. So there we go. This has been redone. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. I'm gonna have plenty of water. Give myself some rest. But I'm going to see you tonight, my boy. SmackDown watch along. Do look out for my SmackDown preview. Once again, like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. And always remember, it is Ricky J bringing the British bite to the fight.